In the first part of my life, in my teens and then later on, I made a lot of wrong decisions and very difficult things, time. It was a very difficult time for me because I made these wrong decisions and quite a few actually. But there was something missing in my life, and the only way I can put it is I searched, and I went to churches at times. I went to other people, counselling and so on, and it doesn't matter what I did. I searched in all the wrong places. I got completely lost. When I say lost, it's like when you come to the end of the road. One night, I got off the bus at the bus stop near the church. Something said to me, "You've got to knock the door of the vicarage." I don't know why at that moment. I cannot tell you. I was in an awkward place. I was in a very dark place. I don't know. It's as if I was carried to the church by some force other than myself. Our previous vicar, Peter Smith, came to the door. I didn't know his name then, of course. And he said, "Yes, what's wrong?" And I explained to him, just simply in these words, like I would to you, "I need to talk to someone desperately." So I went over the following morning. Anyway, I told him a little episode in my life when I was 14. And in those days you had very bad fog and they used to come down very, very heavy, the fogs did. My father and mother had already said, "Don't go, don't be silly." But I wouldn't listen. Anyhow, I got lost and I was frightened. And all of a sudden I heard a voice calling me name. And that was my dad. And how he found his way in the fog to me, I don't know, because I couldn't find my way, but he did. And I was so glad to see him. Well, I was telling Peter about it. And I said, "Oh, sorry." I said, "But I can't, my dad's not here now." And he said just these simple words that began my journey. "Why don't you let God be your dad?" And he said, just like in the fog that night, "God's there. Let him take your hand. Let him be dad." And that was the beginning of this journey. From then on, my whole life changed. It's completely different. It's as if I'd been in a kind of a mist. And suddenly I'd come out into a clearing and everything was clear. I'd been seeing things one way and then suddenly I've seen everything different. Everything. People, relationships. People that I hadn't liked, I was prepared to be friends with and reach out to. I found compassion, not more compassion than I ever knew I had. I found friendships as well. All I can say is my whole life was changed. I suppose really what helped me a lot was when I read the story of the prodigal son. And I thought that story reminded me of myself. The message coming to me is, even if no one else does, God will not turn away from me. Come back to me. I'm always there. And that made me feel I was forgiven. And that, I don't know, it's hard to put into words really. But that's how I feel. And sometimes I try to tell other people and they can't seem to grasp it. But I do, because it happened to me. Some people say, "Oh, we have to do this to go to heaven, we have to do that, we have to be that kind of person." It's a gift, and it's whether we accept it or not. And that gift of forgiveness, of love, it's up to us.